Hello, my fellow concerned friends, and welcome back to my channel, unless you're new here, in which, hello, welcome to my channel. This is a new era of me, guys, okay? I just got done reading Fahrenheit 451, and it is a book that I did read growing up, like in school and stuff, but I was going through foster care, going through a lot of trauma, just trying to survive, just trying to eat. And I don't think I actually read the book, and I'm pretty sure my English teachers, and I know for a fact a lot of my teachers just kind of let me get away with stuff because they knew that I'd be leaving and I was going through a lot of trauma. But all of that to say, if you have not read that book, and if you are just now seeing me for the first time, I don't care. Read the book, join the club, open your mind, and stop being a Faber, stop being a coward. Because, guys, this is a new era of me. I'm done being a coward. I'm done caring so much about making sure I don't accidentally offend even just one person. Okay. This is me. This is me. Hi. Hello. I have makeup on my hand because I filmed a makeup tutorial for you guys. So get ready to watch that on Saturday. No, this is Saturday. Get ready to watch that on like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, sometime this week. Okay. Whenever I decide to get around to filming it and editing it. And I expect to see you there. I expect to see you there because I've seen so many of you say that you want to make up tutorials. So here is a close-up for the tutorial. Ooh, I did something a little different. Ignore my dry skin. I don't want to hear anything about my dry skin. I am going to go see an esthetician. I've already been to 2 dermatologists in my life. They don't help me at all, so I'm going to go try to get a facial and see if that helps. Anyway, now that we got all of that out of the way, today we are offending the Christians. Oh, applause, applause, applause. And if you are a subscriber of mine, I hope that you're not actually offended. But if you're new here and you don't know, I did used to be a Christian. I used to be an independent fundamental Baptist. I was saved when I was in foster care, and I ended up moving in with a super religious family who went to an independent fundamental Baptist church. And yeah, instantaneously, I stopped wearing pants. I took out all of my piercings. I grew my hair out nice and long, which I don't regret. I do love my long hair. Anyway, but I stripped myself of who I was because I was desperate to be loved and accepted somewhere. And that seemed like an easy way to be loved and accepted. I did end up graduating from a Christian high school. And wait, I actually have proof and evidence. Give me a second. Give me a second. Do you hear my bird clock? I'll show it to you. Look, she's so cute. I love her so much. I love her so much. I love her so much. It's the I want to say 25th anniversary of it or something like that. I don't know. But here's the evidence. 2016, 2017, Talon. Twin City. Can you see that? If I could stop wiggling it around. Twin City. Guys, I was having this issue with my makeup tutorial too. Twin City Christian Academy is what it says. And look, I'll show you me. I'll show you me. Let me open this up. Okay, guys, I wasn't lying. Here is my proof. I'm covering up my other middle name and last name because if you guys didn't know, Danielle's actually one of my middle names. Yeah, here I am. Back when I was a brainwashed little baby Christian who believed a fairy tale book was absolute truth. Yeah. I then went on to attend Pensacola Christian College for 3 years, where I met my husband, who was going to Pensacola Christian College to become a pastor. And actually, when we dropped out of college for fornicating before marriage, and we dropped out to get married because that's the only way to fix that, right? Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. I've talked about this before. Long story short, we ended up working as children's pastor and children's pastor wife. This is an important aspect of this video today. Okay. I was the secretary for both a church and a school, not my personal church and stuff that me and my husband were going to at the time, but I was working in the area for another Christian school / church, and they needed a secretary and I needed a job and they hired me. And so, yeah, I've seen all of the books. I have seen where the money goes. I feel like I have a unique perspective on this as a deconstructed, agnostic, atheist, go with the flow. I respect your beliefs. I don't know what I am. But today we are going to be looking at an absolute saint on TikTok who has been calling churches all over the United States of America, and not just Christian churches, but also Muslim churches as well, to ask if they would help and be willing to help feed a starving baby in their community. Right there in their community. She always tells them that she's about 10 minutes away. And while she is doing this, She has her whole script that she does. She has a track of an infant screaming in the background, and it's very disturbing. As a mother myself, I have heard a hungry baby scream. Now, not a hungry baby to the point where literally they haven't eaten in 24, 48 hours, like is the story that she is telling them. But even just that, I needed to feed you 2 minutes ago. I'm coming, I'm running to you, I'm sprinting to you. I'm sorry, I had to pee myself. Even then, that cry just melts your heart. And mind you, these are probably 9 times out of 10 pro-life churches. So these are the churches that preach that all life is precious and that your life started the moment that sperm and egg touched and their cells intertwined into one. That is whenever you were needing to be born, period, end of story. Unless God decided to take you away, nobody else gets to determine whether or not you should be born. You just have to be born now. That's these people. So what do you think? Do you think that these churches are helping out? Do you think that these churches are inclined to say, yes, I can hear I hear a hungry baby and I hear you say you need formula. I got you. Let me take care of it. You don't even have to say anything else. Or what? What do you think? What is your predictions? I'll give you a second. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. No 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 no. Okay, I'll be done with that. All right, what I'm excited. I was about to ask you what you said, but you can't tell me. You would just have to leave another comment. So if you want to, you can go ahead and reiterate your comment down below. But I'm excited to read your comments now. Before I really talk any more about my personal perspective or anything, I think that we should just dive right in and watch a couple of these. They're insightful. They are very insightful. Okay, so here we have Nikali. It's either pronounced Nikali or Nikali. She does clarify in a video how it's pronounced. I just can't remember. So I'm half right and half wrong. And I apologize, Nikali. You are a literal saint. This is probably the best social experience. This blows Nikado Avocado's social experiment out of the water. What was that, guys? Like, what was I was never a Nikado Avocado fan. He was just like one of those people that throughout the years on the internet would like come up randomly, and he was like, what do you guys call them? Lol cows or something like that. And then I find out that he got like really skinny and it was a social experiment. What was the experiment? I'm confused. But this right here, this is how social experiments should go. This is for the greater good. It's forcing churches to be put in a position where it's like they either have to admit that they are money hoarders and very selfish and only help those that believe the exact same way that they do and attend their church, or it's going to force them to have to look in a mirror and change. Whether it be by force because now they're being held accountable for it, or because they realize, oh wait, we really actually have not been doing what we need to do. Okay, so it looks like as of 1 hour ago on November 8th of 2025, because this is an experiment, I would like to try to be as accurate with the dates and timelines as I can. So far, she has tested 42 churches. 9 have said yes. 33 have said no. As of 5:44 today, the score has went up to 10 to 33. 10 yes, 33 no. Still not great, but better than the 9 to 33, I guess. Now, remember when I asked you what you thought, like how this would go, and I asked you to leave a comment about it. I see these numbers 9 to 33, 9 yes, 33 no, and I'm not surprised at all. I gotta say, I'm not surprised at all. As a former church member, as somebody whose father-in-law is a pastor of a church, and as somebody who is married to a former children's pastor, which my husband is deconstructed as well. It was a beautiful journey that we got to go on together. It was really scary because it's like, is this person going to continue to believe these harmful things? Or, it was really scary, but it was a beautiful thing for us to both, use therapy and lean on each other and not be afraid to ask each other those hard questions that we were too scared to ask in church, and just be each other's safe place. But as somebody who is married to a children's pastor, father-in-law is a pastor of a church, I also worked in a church and a Christian school. I went to Pensacola Christian College for 3 years. I graduated from a Christian high school. That 33 no does not surprise me at all. Because listen, it doesn't matter. You can sit here and type till you're blue in the fingers, till your fingers come off about how, well, this isn't like my church. My church would never say no. My church would never say no. Then how about you anonymously call your church and do exactly what she's doing and see what they would say? Because you would be surprised. Okay. Because I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, like, the majority of the church members, like the majority of people who go to church, even if they're going to church 3 times a week and they're consistent and faithful to going to church, those people are not working in administrative positions. Usually, if they have like any sort of like, what is the word, hierarchy in the church, it's going to be like a Sunday school teacher or a children's pastor or a youth pastor, which even youth pastors do in all of the churches that I've seen, and like, like the church friends that I've made and stuff, it seems like youth pastors do have some administrative, like, like get their fingers in it. And of course, all churches are different, but the majority of church members actually don't have any idea where the money that their tithe is going. They trust what the pastor says. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want to do is trust what your pastor says, then okay. But the fact of the matter is the majority of church members have no clue where their money is going. And if they do, they, like, for instance, think about mission trips, right? Like a lot of times churches are fund mission trips, modern day colonization is what it is. It's the spreading of white Christian nationalism. It's modern day colonization painted as we're just helping those who come from lesser communities than us, and we're just trying to help them. But notice something, all of these Christian missionaries only help other Christians in those other countries. And 9 times out of 10, like what I've seen with a lot of like these Christian mission trip is it's like a glorified vacation where they go over and they might help fix up a church building, which is great. But then they're being taught how to scuba dive and how to fish and like other things like that. And I'm like, I thought mission trips were about getting your hands dirty, being uncomfortable, and getting into the community to make the community better, not about the community giving you like a low grade like vacation. I'm confused. And again, that's not all mission trips, but what I'm trying to get at is that really church members, like typical church members, don't really know where all of this money is going. And it doesn't matter if you heard your pastor say, well, if you see somebody asking for a cheeseburger, you should just buy them the cheeseburger because then God will bless you sevenfold, or whatever pastors, and I didn't use the right voice. If you see somebody who needs a cheeseburger and you can buy that cheeseburger, well, it is your God-given duty to buy him the cheeseburger, and God will bless you sevenfold. Was that better? Yeah, something along those lines. Meanwhile, this is what they say, and you would never know that because you're trusting of your pastor, right? That's the whole point, is you're supposed to trust the pastor to like allocate the funds and stuff. And you guys are Christians, so aren't the funds going to those in need in the community? No, they're not. We're about to see that clear as day. So I think we should start not with like a random one and like picking and choosing. I think we should start with number one, the very first video that started all of this, because I actually have not seen the very first video. And we're talking, how many was it? 30, 42 churches. Let's just see. What exactly are they saying? What is the excuse? Because like I've said, I've seen a couple of these videos. Not very good excuses, if you ask me, but very predictable excuses. So let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to be attempting to call the East Somerset Baptist Church. I tried to call there earlier, right at 9 o'clock. It was like 9:03, and they were not answering yet. So we are going to try them again and see if they answer and if they're willing to help.
Good morning, East Somerset Baptist Church.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all were able to help. I have a baby and I do not have formula for the week for her, and I was wanting to see if y'all were able to help.
They stopped doing anything out of the church office about 2 years ago. We give to some places in town that, might be able to help you, like God's Food Pantry or Perm, but they don't do anything out of the church office.
Okay, so y'all don't do anything to help?
Not directly out of the office, no.
What does it mean when you say directly out of the office?
I mean that we give like some of our missions budget to places in town for that kind of a thing. Like
The missions trip. Whatever, we give some of our missions budget, some of their glorified vacation budget. And you know what? I feel bad saying that because I personally have never been on a missions trip. My husband and his family have been on multiple. And it seems like they do, like people who go on a missions trip do form like genuine, even long lasting friendships and relationships with people that they meet. And they seem to have an impact on even just a small percentage of the community, even if that small percentage is that church in that other country who legitimately needs a new roof and maybe they can't afford it in their community. And so a church from America raises enough money to come over there and do it for them or something like that, right? So like I feel bad saying it, but at the same time, I don't think a lot of people realize, like, I know personally from stories that my husband has told me, and he told me these stories and the way that it's like, this is like so weird. And like, I understand now, like how this is like straight up colonization. But like, there was a story where my husband and his church, this was when he was a kid, they went over to a country, somewhere in Africa. I can't remember what country it was, but somewhere in Africa. And they were helping with the school. I want to say it was a school. Obviously, I wasn't there, so I don't know exactly. But the point is that the kids, to thank the people who were on the mission trips, in order to thank them, they performed a traditional dance for them. These people sexualized these kids and like basically were like so disgusted and like, see, this is why we need to go on mission trips, because these people are filled with the devil and filled with an evil spirit. And it's like, I don't even like saying this out loud, but it's like, yes, these people who are so passionate about going on mission trip, it's because they want to Jesus the dance out of you. They literally want to Jesus the dance out of you guys. Dance far, far, far away, run away. Don't call on them for help.
like sometimes AIM can help, or First Choice Clinic, we give to them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And there's that. They do not help your community. So right now I'm about to test your church to see if your church is willing to help somebody in need to make sure that their baby is fed. Now, right now I'm calling the First Christian Church of Somerset, Kentucky to see if they are willing to help somebody in need. And you all get to listen to their response. Now, I've only done this one other time and they would not help somebody in need, not even to feed their baby. So here we go. I will add that this one did not say if they were open or not.
First Christian Church, this is Jessica.
Hi, yes. I'm trying to find somebody that could help me. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula, and I was wanting to see if y'all could help with donations of any kind of like formula at all.
I'm so sorry, we don't have any donations set up for it.
So you all wouldn't be able to help at all?
I mean, do you know a member of the church?
No, I don't. I'm just trying to find somebody that could help. I just don't want my baby to go without, and I don't have anybody else to ask.
I completely understand. I'm a mom myself. I understand. Have you contacted PERM yet?
Yes, nobody has anything.
Okay. I mean, without knowing a member of the church, and this is just policy that the board members have set here, without knowing a member of the church, there's nothing that we can do either.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? She is a mother herself. This is First Christian Church in Somerset, Kentucky, 1115 KY 39, Somerset, Kentucky, 42503. That mom herself would not choose to take 20, 30 minutes out of her day to run to the store and buy one singular can of formula for another mom in need, unless she knows somebody from the church. And this is going to be a running theme that you will see. Like I said, I've only seen a couple of these videos, but I'm sure that this will come up again. And I know this because I was in her position. I was that lady in the church. I was the person who answered the phone for the church and for the Christian school. And I will never forget, I worked there for a very short period of time. I started working for that school, I want to say in like October or November of 2019. And then when COVID hit, like right at the beginning of 2020, I quit my job because they wanted to keep me on, but they wanted me to only work 1 day a week to do the books and to cut everyone else's paycheck. And that's it. And so I was like, no, it literally takes me an hour to drive to work with my like $10 an hour. That's just not worth it for me when I'm not even going to be here for a full hour. Anyway, but I will never forget the first, I think I only got like 2 or 3 calls while I worked there. And actually working there is kind of what started my deconstruction and realizing like the smoke screen had kind of like lifted, and I kind of was starting to see like how Christians really actually are not much different than just bad people in real life. I got a call for a family who was traveling through, and they needed to get up north somewhere, and they were traveling through, and they called me and they had run out of gas. And I felt so bad because literally all they asked for was like $20 for gas money. And so immediately I'm like, yes, we can absolutely do that. We are a church. That's what we do. And I felt like a complete ass because I told them, yes, I can do this. Like, we can do this for you. And I go to the administrators who were husband and wife and ran the church and the school. And I was like, hey, somebody called and they just need some gas money. I was just wondering how we can get that to them. And they're like, we don't do that. We don't do that. Our benevolence is for people in the church, people who donate to the school. That is who our benevolence is for. And I actually, like, I kept records of everything. Like, I had like the books, like we did it on paper. I don't know if like normal places do this, like not on paper anymore, but for keeping tracks of all like incoming, outgoing, donations, benevolence, a mission trip, a field trip. Like, I had this like book. It was like really, really, really wide. It was like as wide as like a calendar. It was like as big as a calendar. And I had like 3 of them for 3 different things. One for the school, one for the church, and then one for, I can't remember what the other one was. But I knew how much money was in that benevolence, and I knew how much money was, needed to come out within that month or even that entire rest of the year. So I knew how much would have been left over. Not to mention, I cut everyone's paychecks, and it blew my mind that out of everyone that was there, I was the one who made the least amount of money and seemed to be the only one most willing to help. Unfortunately, yeah, I didn't do the brave thing and just say, well, I'm going to do it myself, because that would have meant that I would have had to leave my job, like leave the job and then go to this strange person's place wherever they were. That's not very safe, because they absolutely were not going to let these people come to the church. That was not allowed if their only reason for coming was money. And so, yeah, I'm really ashamed of myself for that. When I look back at it, it's cowardice. It really is. And if my voice sounds familiar and you call the church once asking for gas money and we're told a sad little, I'm sorry, we can't do that. I'm sorry that I was not braver for you. I really am. Because genuinely looking back, there's really like no excuse outside of the, me having to go to wherever they were. That's not safe. But like, they definitely could have like driven, like at the bottom of the church property, and then what? Like, they would have told me that I'm fired over giving money to somebody. Okay. And at the end of the day, even if they would have fired me, that would have been what was best, right? And I could have just gotten a different job. However, all of that to say, this is something that happens. There are churches that legitimately will talk about being so generous, and especially to their members, their congregation, talk about being very generous and making sure you donate, because we have to help each other out. We have to help out the community. But what those church members don't know is that help is only for the church members. And then they also don't advertise the help for the church members in way of like, hey, if you ever run out of gas money, feel free to call the church. So even the church members aren't really getting the benefit of all of this extra money. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's keep going.
So I'm about to call your church and test to see if they are willing to help a mother feed her starving baby. Right now I'm calling Victory Christian Fellowship in Somerset, Kentucky, and online it says that they are a fellowship welcoming individuals from all backgrounds, focused on community and spiritual growth. So let's see if they are willing to help. It says that they are open until 4.
Victory is Rebecca. How can I help you?
Hi, yes, I'm calling to see if y'all could help me at all. I'm a single mom and I work, but I have a 2-month-old baby and I've ran out of formula last night. And I've been calling everywhere today trying to see if somebody could help with formula. Could y'all help get me formula for her?
Let me see if I can connect you with one of our pastors. I'm not sure, but let me just see.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I know I keep pausing it and stuff, but that really pisses me off. And this is, again, something you're going to see a lot is the whole, well, hold on, let me check with my pastor. Let me check with my pastor. I'm not sorry. If you work in a church, I don't care if you're the pastor, secretary. I don't care if you're the fucking janitor. I don't care. If you work in a church and somebody makes contact with you from the outside world and they need help, the default answer should be to help them. That should just be the default, and then everything else gets figured out later. Okay, so if you as the secretary, and I know I'm such a hypocrite because when I was 20 and I was a secretary, I didn't do this either. But please don't do what I did. You will regret it. You will, because you could have helped somebody and figured it out later, cleaned up the dirt and debris afterwards. If somebody needs $50 for gas, for a freaking meal for their family, for 2 or 3 cans of formula, give them the money. Go buy them the formula. Don't ask questions. You get off of your ass and you go get it. Period. End of story. I mean, what do you guys say? God will bless you tenfold, right? So if it's your last freaking $20 and it's $10 for a can of formula, go get the fucking can of formula. Go get it. Why are the church is meant to be a resource for the community, and yet you call the church asking for help, and the church asks you how they can help you and wants you to do all the thinking for them. When someone is in a crisis situation, it is not right for them to be asking for help and for the person who's supposed to be helping them to put the freaking burden back onto them. That's not what you do. You take the burden, you take the weight, and you figure it out later without making them feel bad. Period. End of story. That's what you're there for. So go do it. And again, I keep saying this is something that you're going to see a lot is these churches are like, oh, well, we have a food pantry, but we don't have any formula in the food pantry. Don't know. I know. Go f***ing buy it. What the hell? And why is that debated? Especially we're talking about a baby. We're talking about a mother needing food for her starving baby. And I know I said earlier that she has a baby backtrack. She does. I guess in her early days, a week ago, she only started doing this a week ago. Holy cow. It's only been a week and she's called that many churches and that many said no. Oh my gosh. This is insanity. And in my opinion, it's even more chilling and even more disgusting when you hear her put the baby laugh track. Oh my God, if only it was a baby laughing. Whenever she puts the baby cry track on, because it's genuinely it sounds really real, especially because she doesn't have it turned all the way up. Yeah. Oh, also, we're in my living room / kitchen. This is my bar right here. The stools are usually this high, but I have this lowered because I wanted to put my feet on the windowsill. Anyway, let's keep going. Gotta transfer her to a pastor because they can't just say yes,
All right. He mentioned First Choice. Have you called there?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Or the health department?
Yeah, I've called everywhere that I can think of, and everybody's telling me to call churches and see if any churches can help.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm so sorry. We don't have any on hand.
Y'all don't have any programs that would just be able to get it and me come pick it up or have somebody come pick it up?
I'm so sorry. We do not.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
No, they wouldn't help. It's not even that they don't have it. It's the fact that they won't even try to get it, or they give you one resource and then think that that's doing something. That's the frustrating part, because again, I'm not even a church or go to a church, but if somebody called me, I'd be like, give me your information. I'm going to figure it out and do my best. I would try. She didn't even ask me my name. Didn't say she would talk around and see what she could get. Nothing. It's disappointing. So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would feed a starving baby. I am calling First Baptist Church of Maryville, and it's in Maryville, Tennessee. And on its About Me, it says that it's a vibrant community of worship and fellowship offering a variety of ministries for all ages, from kids to college students to adults. The church aims to serve its members and the surrounding community through outreach programs and events. So let's see if they would feed a starving baby. It also does not state if they are open or not.
Hello?
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if y'all could help at all. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula, so I was wanting to see if y'all could help with formula at all.
Just a moment. Let me transfer you to Nick.
Okay.
Hello, this is Nick. How can I help you?
Hi, I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night. I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could donate or get me formula for her.
You said she's 2 months old?
Yes.
Why does it matter?
Have you talked to Pregnancy Resource Center?
No, I have not.
If you will start there, they'll be able to point you in a lot of directions where you can get formula.
Well, my boyfriend called them yesterday and they didn't have any.
And they didn't point you in any other direction? They're usually really good about that.
No, they just told me to contact local churches to see if anybody could help.
I don't really have any resources to do that right now. The account where I have to give to community members is gone. It's zero. Let me point you to Helen. Have you talked to Helen Ross McNabb?
The who?
Helen Ross McNabb. It's a community resource here in town. They might be able to help you out.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would feed a starving baby, and it was requested that I call a Mormon church. So I'm actually calling the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Knoxville, Tennessee to see if they would help feed a starving baby. Let's see. It does not have an About Me on their page, so can't help you there. And I don't know if they're going to answer. So we're going to test it.
Tennessee Knoxville Mission Office. This is Sister Mendenhall.
Hi, yes. I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could help. I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night, and so she's not ate since last night and she is starving. And I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could help get formula for her.
We're a main office. We're not a, so you kind of need to talk to people in your area. And you're in Kentucky, it looks like?
No, I'm in Knoxville.
Oh, you're in Knoxville?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're just a main office. So you need to find, like, are you a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints?
No, I was just told by some local resources to ask around at some churches.
Yeah, we're just a main office here. So if you call some churches that are right in your area, or go to them, because we're not that kind of an office. We're like a business office.
Okay, because it says online that this is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Is that not it?
Well, it is, but this is just a mission office. So you need to find like a bishop or...
Did you guys catch that? She literally starts off the phone call saying, I have a starving baby. I ran out of formula. What did she say, like last night? And I feel like I can faintly hear in the background like a baby crying. So I think this is about the time when she starts using the baby track, but she doesn't have it turned up very loud for sure. Okay, so let's look at the facts here. This church, Mormon, freaking Muslim, Christian, it doesn't matter. Okay, because all churches claim to be resources and help to the community. Okay, this one, however, is a Mormon church, and the other ones were Christian churches, are aware of the fact that on the other side of this phone, there is a starving baby who hasn't eaten since last night. And these pro-life people, instead of instantly being like, I gotta help, this will take me like an hour tops, right, to take care of this issue. No big deal. And now this baby will at least have food for a day or two. Instead of doing that, they sit here and say, well, have you tried here? Have you tried here? Have you tried the health department? Like, yeah, I feel like the health department should and probably does have baby formula, but it, like, hello, what in the heck is happening? Jesus said to feed the starving people. He literally did say that. And to take care of the poor and the widows and the sick. I'm so confused, genuinely. This is, well, we're a mission office. Okay, so like, does your brain only operate on this is mission work, no empathy. I am a robot when I clock in. What in the hell? Like, genuinely, I almost wonder if it's something where, like, when people like are like clocked into a job, like especially like religious people, like, are their brains like, because like if you know anything about like psychology and how religion impacts it and stuff, it's crazy. There's something called cognitive flexibility, and I'm no scientist or brain doctor. Okay, you can look into this on your own after you watch this video. All right. But there's this thing called cognitive flexibility, and I pissed a lot of my old Christian friends off on Instagram one time when I found out about cognitive flexibility. Okay. It's basically like whenever you're like super religious and like you believe in things that are not based in reality, I guess, essentially, like your brain does not like, it's not as open to new information. It kind of just like shuts down, and you do kind of like become like a robot who can't think on its own. Like, this is your warning. Get out now while you can, guys. Epicurean paradox. Okay, no, but I'm serious. It's like, I almost wonder if like they have such little flexibility in their brain that when they're posed with this out of the ordinary question, right? Because like if this is just a missions office, she's probably all day just answering questions about missions, whatever the hell that means in Mormonism. But to get like this you threw a wrench in her plans, you know what I mean? By giving her this call, it's almost like, I wonder if like they just short out and they literally cannot think. Can they not think to be like, oh, I can do two things. I can work in the missions main office or whatever, and I can get formula for a mom in need. Wow. Like, I wonder, is that something to do with it?
So I am calling to test your church to see if they are willing to help feed a starving baby. And right now I'm about to call Trinity Baptist Church in Gaffney, South Carolina. It says Christ Exalting Independent Baptist Church devoted to meeting the needs of the people of Gaffney and surrounding areas. I actually used to live in Gaffney, and I'm really interested to see what they say. I don't even know if they're going to answer.
Hello, Trinity Baptist Church.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if y'all could help with baby formula at all. I have a 2-month-old daughter, and we ran out last night, so she's been going all night and all day without formula, and I've been calling around and getting no luck.
Yeah. Are you in Gaffney?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. We are a small church, and as a result, we have limited funds, and so we tend to help those that are part of the church or come to the church. We're going to be there Wednesday at 1 o'clock if you'd like to stop by, and I think at that point we might be able to help some.
Okay, but you wouldn't be able to
That's
help
the best I can do.
today?
The treasurer isn't in town, and I'm not in town, so...
Okay, so because I don't go there today, I wouldn't be able to get help?
That's correct. There's nobody there. As I say, we're a small church.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
That is actually crazy, but like low-key, what did I say? I told you so. I told you so. You'd see that happening a lot more and a lot more of that. Oh, well, this is just for our church members because we're such a small church. We have to be greedy with our funding. Like, Okay. Now I do understand like the whole like, oh well, if you go there today, yeah, you're not going to get anything because no one's there. But again, that falls back on the critical thinking Christians. Go on, let's go back to grade school. Let's go back to grade school. What can we do? Let's problem solve. Problem solving has gone out the window apparently, and it's the older generation. It's not even our generation, and I thought that that's what the concern was with all of the iPads and the TVs that we grew up on and the SpongeBob. Oh, SpongeBob. No, I don't know what to tell them. Like, hello, just pick up the formula and drop it off at the church and tell her where you put it. Put it in a potted plant. Put it behind a bush. I don't know. What has happened to freaking critical thinking? What has happened? I am so appalled. I can't. This is insanity. It really is so insane. When naturally, organically scrolling, will we find a church that says yes? Like, I wonder how many more scrolls. Should we just like not watch every single video and just see how many more scrolls until we find one that says yes, and then listen to that one and then go through all of the doom and despair? But I also want to go through every single one. This is devastatingly fascinating and also 100% confirms our right decision to leave the church and leave organized religion as a whole. Now, if you're wondering, okay, Danielle, but like, what do you believe in? Myself. I believe in myself, and I believe in, I don't know, I kind of feel like everything is just kind of interconnected through energy and through knowing, just an awareness. You know, I see these plants outside of this window and kind of feel seen by them too. And that's kind of what I believe. You know what I mean? Sure, I'll talk to a tree and I'll talk to the sky and I'll talk to my teddy bear tank that I've had since I was a little child. Like, I will treat you with kindness as much as I can. Yeah, that's what I believe. But I don't believe in this bullshit. So, but what did we agree on? Did we agree to just kind of scroll through? Because she has in the captions whether or not they say yes or no. Let's do that, because there's unfortunately so many. And honestly, I'm already at raw footage, 49 minutes. I hope you guys like this video. By the way, like the video and subscribe. First Baptist Church of London in London, Kentucky would not help feed a starving baby. St. Luke's Episcopal Church in Atlanta, Georgia, they sent her to a voicemail and wouldn't say if they would help or not. Interesting. The Satanic Temple. Oh my God, is she going to call the Satanic Temple? That's so genius, guys. Okay, little side here. When I was at my Christian high school, I think it was my senior year in high school, I had to do like a paper, like research or something for English or something like that, or maybe it was for Bible class. And I decided to do it on the Satanic Temple because, of course, I'm a Christian. I'm in a Christian school, and Satan is the devil. He's evil. He's awful. And so I didn't know anything about the Satanic Temple. I had been aware of Satanism because before I was put in foster care, I had a friend. His name was Joey. He had curly hair. He was so cool. He was so cool. Anyway, he told me that he and his family were Satanists. And for the longest time, I thought that he was just joking because like he didn't like dress like a Satanist. He looked normal. And he would try to convince me over and over and over again and be like, dude, because Satanism is not what you think it is. It's because it's not what you think it is. And I just didn't believe him because that's not fun to believe the truth when you're a kid. So I didn't believe him. And then it wasn't until I was in high school, like my senior year of high school, and I was doing this research paper on the Satanic Temple that I realized, oh yeah, the Satanic Temple is actually, the Satanism is nothing what I thought it was. Nothing at all. I was very wrong. So yes, I'm very interested to see when she does that. I wonder, does she do it in this one?
Temple? I would love to. However, I'm having a really, really hard time finding any of them that actually put their phone number or their address. Like everything is like hey submitted like an inquiry to us.
She hasn't yet, but she is searching for a phone number to possibly test them. So that's cool. All right, next one is Fourth Presbyterian Church in Chicago, Illinois would not help feed a starving child. Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church in Alcoa, Tennessee would help feed a starving child. How many scrolls with that? Somebody tell me in the comments. I'll put it up here while I'm editing. Okay, let's listen to it. I'm excited to hear this conversation.
Call and test your church to see if they would help feed a starving baby. I'm about to call Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church. I hope I pronounced that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry.
Did I pronounce it right? Oh.
They're located in Alcoa, Tennessee, and it says it's an actively engaged community of Christ disciples welcoming everyone. So let's see if they would help feed a starving baby. It does not say if they are open or not. I'm just calling. I'm gonna find out.
Our Lady of Fatima, this is Dottie. How may I help you?
Hi, yes. I'm just trying to see if y'all could help at all. I am trying to find someone that could help feed my baby. She's only 2 months old and I ran out of formula last night. And I don't know, I don't have anyone else to call. All those resources I've been trying to call just told me to reach out to local churches.
Have you tried Good Neighbors?
Yeah, I've been trying everywhere.
Okay. It's not something we usually do. Okay, hold on 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Good morning, this is Anna.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if y'all could help with some formula for my baby. She's only 2 months old, but I ran out last night, and everybody's telling me to call local churches because we're not having luck anywhere else.
Are you in Blount County?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you're actually needing special formula or just regular?
It's a good start, just regular formula. I just ran out and I don't have any money, and like she's just been so cranky and whiny, and I just want to get her fed.
Yeah. Okay. How much does the formula usually cost?
Just like $20 is like the small one.
Okay. Do you know where we're located?
No, I don't. Okay, can I pause you really quick?
I'm sorry?
Okay, I actually do not need help. I am actually calling local churches to see if they would actually help feed a starving baby. And so far today, you are the only one that has offered to help or try to help. So I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate what you do in your community, and I hope you have an amazing, blessed day.
Absolutely. God bless.
God bless you too. Bye.
All right, listen, I know that they technically passed, but again, what's really irritating me is the lack of urgency that, well, have you tried here? Well, we don't usually do it. Like, keep all of that to yourself. Again, if somebody is calling you for help, help them. Help them, especially like this. It would be different, right? Like if she was calling, like, say, like a bar, for instance, and was like, my baby ran out of formula. I don't know what to do. Although, unironically, I guess, honestly, I think a bar would be more inclined to shell out the $20 for baby formula than churches. But churches, they advertise themselves as a safe place for the community, as the hospital for the brokenhearted, to heal the sick. You're not even feeding babies. Okay, so I'm once again going to rapid fire my way through these until one of them speaks to me. Central United Methodist Church in Knoxville, Tennessee would not help a baby. Can't imagine what their excuses are. Knoxville First Church of God in Knoxville, Tennessee would also not help feed a starving baby. Broadmoor Baptist Church in Madison, Michigan would not help feed a hungry baby. First Baptist Church in Jackson, Mississippi just sent her to a recording and then a voicemail. Okay, so see, this one is speaking to me. Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Kansas City, Missouri. I was born in Missouri. I don't know if you guys knew that. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri until I went to college in Pensacola, Florida, and then I moved to Virginia to get married, and now I am living in North Carolina. Been a couple places. But I'm interested in hearing this one because it says that Our Lady of Sorrows Church in Kansas City, Missouri would not help feed a starving baby, and just nostalgia of Missouri. Whole place sucks, doesn't it?
I am calling your church to test to see if they are willing to help feed a starving baby. And right now I am about to call Our Lady of Sorrows Church, and this is a Catholic church in Kansas City, Missouri. Let's see if they will help feed a starving baby. Now, this is a bigger church. Not like a mega church, but just a bigger church. Look at that baby.
Our Lady of Sorrows, this is Brad.
Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all could help. I have a 2-month-old baby, and we ran out of formula last night around 9. I was going to see if there's any way y'all could help get her formula today.
We don't have any programs for that. I would recommend contacting a food pantry or a pregnancy resource center.
Yeah, I've already called everywhere. They're telling me to reach out to churches.
Okay. I would say St. Monica's, but they're closed today. Have you checked over at Redemptorist?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've called almost all the churches. Like, she just hasn't ate all day, and I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I'm not sure, because we don't have cash here, and I'm not in control of finances.
Okay.
So, have you tried Catholic Charities?
Yes.
Okay. I am not sure after that point.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Do you see what I mean? Like that baby cry, it's not even like a whiny baby cry, like an annoying baby cry, you know? And I'm allowed to say that because I'm a mom. I know the difference. Anyway, but it's not even like an annoying, like, okay, the baby just wants to be held, which is a totally valid reason, by the way, for children to cry. Children are not brats for wanting to be picked up. They're not spoiled for wanting to be picked up. That's a natural thing. However, I'm also mature enough to say that it sounds annoying. And it's annoying for both of us. They want to be picked up. I need 5 minutes of silence. I'm talking like I have a baby right now. I have not had a baby in almost 3 years. That's insane. Anywho, but how can you listen to that kind of baby cry? That catching the breath kind of cry, that really I'm in pain. I'm hurting. I am hurting kind of cry, and just go, yeah, I don't know. Have you tried here and there? Anywhere? Well, we have no cash here. You don't have your debit card on you. You don't have a credit card on you. How do these people sleep at night? Genuinely, I hope that she is haunting all of these people in their sleep. All 49 of them. Well, actually, I take that back. I'm sorry. All of the 33 who said no. I hope that when they went to sleep this past week, because it seems like she just started doing this past week, that every single night they lay their heads down, they're like, I'm a fraud. That was shitty of me. I really hope that they do, because you don't deserve a second of peace if you're completely content with making the choice of hanging up a phone on a mother with a screaming baby when that baby is screaming, presumably because it's starving. And at that point in time, you don't know if it's a fake baby or not. So that means that tells everybody else that you would do that to a real mother in your real community who would really call you and need help. And by the way, I guarantee you there is at least one family in this position in every single one of these communities of these churches that she has called who probably just didn't have the courage or knowledge to know that you can call a church and ask for help. But it seems to not really matter because they're just going to tell you no anyway. Unless you know somebody from the church, unless you're a member at that church. Tough luck. Don't know what to tell you. I can definitely say that I have witnessed the fact that it's the members and families of the members that get the special privileges. Those are the ones that get to have a birthday party, host a birthday party in the church's kitchen. Not people in the community, though, who can't afford a place to like host an event. They don't get that. I've seen churches where the church members and anybody who decided to go to church that morning get to eat a lunch together after the church service, but they definitely can't do that for the community just in general at least once a week, a soup kitchen or something. Churches who, have plenty of like snacks and stuff in the church, but don't have the wherewithal to store anything for even a small food pantry. It's truly insanity. And oh yeah, by the way, only church members get access to that food. How is that not the most peaceful thing? It just kind of reset my whole mood just now. Let us keep going, shall we? All right. Waverly Church of the Nazarene in Waverly, Tennessee would not help feed a hungry baby. Grace and Holy Trinity and Cathedral in Kansas City, Missouri would also not help feed a hungry baby. First Baptist Church of Jeffersontown in Louisville, Kentucky would help feed a hungry baby. Let's hear this one. Let's hear this one. All right, here we go.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would help feed a starving baby. And right now I'm about to call First Baptist Church of Jeffersontown in Louisville, Kentucky. And their About Me just says that they're a historic Black Baptist church that has been serving the community since 1829. So let's see if they're willing to help feed a starving baby, though.
Thank you for calling the First Baptist Church of Jeffersontown. Our senior pastor is the Reverend Brandel C. Morrow. We are located at 10600 Watterson Trail, Jeffersontown, Kentucky, 40299. Our office hours are Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. If you know your party's extension, please press it now. For the church office or to leave a message, press 0. Deacon Ministry, 2. Church Administrator, 3. Family Life Center, 4. Facilities Manager.
We'll just go with 0. See where that takes us.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
Thank you for calling First Baptist Church of Jeffersontown. This is Victoria.
Hi, I was wanting to see if y'all could help with formula at all. I have a 2-month-old and we ran out of formula yesterday, like around 7. And I've been trying to call everywhere and they're just telling me to call churches.
We wouldn't, we wouldn't have it readily available, but it's for, your baby?
Yes. Yeah, she's 2 months old.
And, what's your phone number and your name, please?
859-353-7777. And then my name is Nikali.
You said, spell your name.
Nikali.
Oh, N as in Nancy?
Yes.
Nike?
ALIE.
Your phone number 859-353-7777?
Yes.
Okay. Nikali, what's your last name?
Monroe.
Well, let me see what I can do and give you a call back. Where do you live, or where in Jeffersontown? Do you reside in Jeffersontown?
Yeah, I'm like 10 minutes from you.
You're where?
I'm like 10 minutes away.
Okay, and what formula does your baby use?
Okay, so I'm actually doing a social experiment. I don't need formula, but this was just a test to see if you would be willing to help, and I've been calling other churches who don't help, and so just the fact that you're willing to help says a lot. No, you're welcome. I just want to say thank you for everything that you're doing, because a lot of people are not willing to help. So it says a lot about you and your church. And I will be putting this up on social media. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've been making TikTok videos, and so I will definitely be putting your stuff out there. And I hope that you are able to get some donations out of this video, because you truly are trying to help the people in your community.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that, and it's just let God get the glory from all of it.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. But just your heart speaks volumes, honestly.
You see that, churches? You see that? That's how it gets done. That woman heard a baby in need, and immediately she was kind of stuck for a second in her robot mode of, well, we don't. And then she snapped out of it. She snapped out of it. And she's like, there is a baby in need and I can do something about it. I'll figure everything else out later. All the legalities and technicalities, all the policies, everything can wait for later. Later, because right now a baby needs formula. Is it really that hard? Genuinely, I mean, like, is it really that hard? I know that it's not, unless you're a coward. And I know that because I was the coward. I know that it's not hard. So just do it. Worst case scenario is everyone else in your church starts being generous too. Hello? Like, worst case scenario is you overstep and do something that's technically not what you're supposed to do, that actually is for the greater good, that actually your Bible does tell you you're supposed to do. And then worst case scenario is your boss feels convicted. Oh, I pulled one of your guys' swords out. I pulled it out. Your boss, the pastor, feels convicted. And then you guys start donating and giving more and more and helping more and more. Why is that a bad thing? Instead of hoarding all the funding. Like, what are churches scared of? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it because I didn't get it while I was in there either. I didn't get it.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they are willing to help you.
All right, my throat is starting to hurt from talking so much. I don't know if you guys can pick up on that or not. So here, okay, we're going rapid fire again. First Baptist Church of Corbin, Kentucky would not help feed a starving baby. Also, I have not been on Facebook to like verify this, but like I saw in a comment section of one of her videos where apparently all the churches are like getting mad and they're like all posting on like their little forums on Facebook and their little groups on Facebook about how like this lady is calling churches and scamming us and blah, 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 blah. Scamming? Y'all aren't even willing to give her anything. How can someone scam you when you instantly shut the door in their face? You don't even give them a chance. Like, you don't even give them a chance, period. She's not scamming y'all. She's calling y'all out. And instead of looking in that mirror and being like, wow, I don't like what I see, and these are fixable things, instead, they punch and smash the mirror up and then blame the mirror for having their knuckles all bloodied and cut up. Yet nobody's going to be coming to your church except for other greedy people who hear, okay, this church hoards their money for their church members. That's where I'm going to go. There is one that I'm going to show you later that we'll end up getting to that low-key, is this a biker like gang? Like, that's what people in the comments are saying, and you'll see why it's super, this whole social experiment is just chef's kiss perfection. Oh, this video, okay, so this one says Our Lady of Fatima Catholic Church called her back. Let's hear what she has to say.
Somebody's call me back. I think it's Our Lady of Fatima. Hey.
Hi, yes. My name's Luis Ramos. I'm with Our Lady of Fatima here in Alcoa.
Yes.
I just wanted to follow up with you. Our secretary on Monday mentioned that somebody had called, so she was looping in our our business manager and myself to say, hey, I think somebody's coming over to get some formula. But then we got an email yesterday. I guess it was a TikTok video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I let her know when I called it. It was just an experiment to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, she after she hung up, she goes, I think somebody was testing to call to see if somebody else could call to come in to get it. So
no, no, I don't have a need.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't even have a baby. I was just testing to see if y'all would actually help if somebody called in and had a need.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and I haven't seen all of them, but yeah, unfortunately, ironically, I think a lot of churches actually, or organizations do refer to churches, especially right now since a lot of funding's gotten cut.
Yeah.
But if there are people that do need assistance or that you know.
Why is that funny or ironic? That's what the church is for. Did you guys catch what he said? And also, I can't remember. I'm going to have to scroll back to see if Our Lady of Fatima said yes or no. Originally, I can't remember. But that's not funny or ironic. Like that should just be step one. Like if I run out of diapers, I shouldn't have to bother the government and jump through all of the red tape that is government assistance, even if it is calling the health department or something like that. I should be able to just go walk down to my church at the end of my street. Why is that ironic? Is that not what the church is for? It's supposed to be a community building, a safe place for all people to be able to go. Like, I'm very confused. And also, they don't pay taxes.
Part of what we did last week was collaborate with our local, some other local churches that wanted to help, and also our local food resources here in Blount County. And for every parishioner in our parish this past weekend, it should be on our main page, I believe, it's local food assistance. So we wanted to get that information out to the community. We don't have a ton of resources always for doing that, but we have like a blessing box outside of the, so right next to like Walmart and Aldi. But as soon as it's filled, it's completely emptied. So we did a big push because a lot of people come in and families or caseworkers from other nonprofits will call us and say, hey, can you help this family? And we help them directly. But yeah, no, we're always happy to help, and we pushed out that flyer if you wanted to share with anybody as well, because we want that information out there. If you go here or not, that doesn't matter. Our primary goal is to make sure that nobody goes hungry, and we have a flyer, local resources to United Way, and then also anybody that needs to stop by our office for assistance as well.
Okay, awesome. Do you care if I share all of this on TikTok?
All right, you guys hear that? Our Lady of Fatima, and I keep forgetting where it's at. All right, hold on. Let me go back to it. Where is it? Oh, it said that they would not help.
Wait, guys, disregard anything I'm about to say because I was wrong. Our Lady of Fatima did say that they would help. I must have accidentally clicked on one of the other Catholic churches. My bad, my bad.
Our Lady of the Hills Catholic Church in Columbia, South Carolina said they would help feed a baby. Let's hear it.
And they're located in Columbia, South Carolina. Their About Me says, Our Lady of the Hills Roman Catholic Church is inspired by the Holy Spirit and formed by the gospel under the patronage of Mary, the Mother of Jesus, and our mission is to preach and teach. Let's see if they are willing to help feed a starving baby, though. Hi, yes. I'm calling to see if y'all could help at all with a can of baby formula. I have a 2-month-old and I ran out last night, so she's gone all night and all day without anything.
I can't understand what you're saying. Rent, electricity, food, help with what?
With a can of baby formula.
We don't have, there's a place that it's called, hold on a second. Hold on.
Okay.
The attitudes from them are why? Make electric fan? I don't understand the hostility. I don't.
Okay, we do have a food pantry through St. Vincent de Paul, but I don't know if they have baby food.
Okay, what is it called?
You want to try them back tomorrow at 9 a.m.?
Okay, is there any way y'all could help today? Is there any way y'all could get a can of formula today? Because she's been out since yesterday, and I can't let her just go without another day.
Do you drive?
Yes, I can drive.
How far are you from us?
Like 10 minutes.
I'm sorry?
I'm like 10 minutes away.
10 minutes?
Yes.
I don't have nobody, but I can ask if somebody can give you. We don't give money out, but
No, yeah, I just need a can of formula. I don't need the money.
Okay. Let me ask. You want to come here?
I mean, I have her, so like,
We close in half hour.
Could you just find out if they could help
1:20
first
every
before
day.
Yeah, could you make sure that they could help before I come out there?
Just come. If they don't have baby food, I'll give you $10 from my pocket, and you'll buy some can.
Okay, that's so sweet. Okay, actually, this is actually a social experiment to see if churches would actually help with the starving baby. So I actually don't have a baby. What you heard was a recording. So yes, I'm just testing churches to see if it's something that would actually help with, or if they would hang up the phone. And a lot of churches are hanging up the phone, sadly. So yeah, the fact that you know, was like, even if they can't, I got you.
For the baby.
Yeah. Like, that says so much about you. So I just want to thank you for that. And then also, is it okay if I post this on TikTok and post your church to where you all could possibly get some donations?
Of course.
Awesome.
Of course. You're going to make me cry. Having a my case. Thank you so much.
No, you're so sweet. Thank you. I mean, it means a lot, because seriously, I get told no way more than I get told yes. So.
Oh, wow. It's incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes, I love your heart.
So don't lose hope.
No, not at all. Thank you so much for your heart. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
you.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you. Bye.
That one was really sweet. That one was really sweet. Again, with the hostility though, like, I understand like answering the phone, then it's like, "Rah!" You know what I mean? But I know I'm being nitpicky. It's just because like, I just know how it feels to be in deep, desperate need and not be able to necessarily control the way that need is being communicated. And then people only criticize it. You're speaking too fast. Speak up. Talk quieter. Slow down. Like that, it does not help in the moment. And it turns people away from receiving help. And I remember many times before I got the help that I needed, when I would be calling around and trying to like schedule an appointment for my very first therapy session, right? And trying to like get myself help. And I would be desperate, you know, and I hung up on so many places that might have been able to help me even quicker than, you know, the kind of help that I did get, because they were so nitpicky with the way that I was speaking, and I could hear the condescension, right? Like clearly you're irritated at having to speak to me, even though you don't know me personally. Maybe I am talking too fast. Maybe I am too emotional, whatever it may be. But it's like the way you talk to people can really turn them away from getting the help that they need. And so it's like, you know, like if I was like a desperate mom calling a church and, you know, my baby is screaming in my arms, I can't do anything to stop that. And then the church is like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You know, like that would frustrate me so much. I might hang up the phone and not call back, even though that church might have been like her, completely willing and able to help, right? It's just a nitpicky thing that I think does matter. The way we talk to people, I think does matter. And I think it does matter to be able to evaluate a situation and say, what's the most important thing right now? Clarifying, hey, did you say rent, water, or food? What did you say? Or you're talking way too fast. I can't understand you. Did you say this, or that? Like, I think that does matter, you know, just me being nitpicky. And I don't care if you agree with me or not, because me feeling that way about others also holds me to that same standard of accountability. You know, the whole treat other people like you would want to be treated. That's just me though. I see people do not do that these days. So the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints in Columbia, South Carolina would not help feed a baby in need. Mind you, the Mormon Church is like one of the richest churches like ever. Like, in my opinion, Scientology and the Mormon Church kind of hold hands. And then the JWs are somewhere along there with them holding hands as well. What a beautiful love story. Okay, so then Trinity Episcopal Cathedral in Columbia, South Carolina sent her to a voicemail. First Nazareth Baptist Church in Columbia, South Carolina would not help feed a baby. The Islamic Center of Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina would help feed a starving baby. So this is what I was talking about. She's not just calling like, you know, like fundamental Christian churches. She's calling mega churches. She is calling mosques. So this one is the Islamic, dude. I gotta wrap this up. My throat and my tongue are betraying me right now. Oh, it hurts to talk. It hurts to talk. The Islamic Center of Charlotte. The Islamic Center of Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Hey, this is the Islamic Center that was calling back in. So, hold on. Let's go for it. They called me back. The Islamic Center of Charlotte just called back. Make him a baby.
Islamic Center of Charlotte, how may I help you?
Hi, yes. I was trying to call. I have a 2-month-old baby, and I ran out of formula last night, and I was wanting to see if there's any way you all could help with a can of baby formula.
We can, ma'am. Where do you live? Do you live in Charlotte?
Yes, I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Okay. And what kind of formula you need?
It's the Good Start.
Good Start. Yeah, that's fine, ma'am. If you come over here, we'll help you.
Okay. Hold on just 1 second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'm actually doing a social experiment. So I don't have a baby and I don't have a need, but I am doing a social experiment just to see which churches would actually help a starving baby. And unfortunately, there's so many that say no, and you immediately was like, yes, of course. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for your heart, and also to see if it was okay if I posted this on TikTok and maybe put your information on there for your church where people can send donations. Maybe if they...
Yeah, no problem, ma'am. We do what we can. We appreciate your kind words. Thank you.
No, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Bye.
Thanks. You too.
The quickness, no questions asked. You need formula? We got you. How quick can you get here? What kind of formula do you need? Like, with the quickness. And mind you, that was a man. Men should be able to buy formula, but I just want to make that clear that multiple women have also thrown their hands in the air and said, I don't know. Even the one that was a mom. We had a mom on here being like, I don't know what to do. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. The Islamic Center of Charlotte in Charlotte, North Carolina, my friends, go check them out. Honestly, check out all of the churches that said yes. And we need to start positively reinforcing that kind of behavior from churches instead of just focusing on all of the negatives all the time, although there are so many to focus on when it comes to the negatives. I think it's important to highlight churches doing what churches are supposed to do when they are doing what they're supposed to do, unfortunately, because so few do what they're actually called to do by their claimed God. All right, rapid fire again. Here we go. The United House of Prayer for All People would not help feed a hungry baby. Church of the Hill in Richmond, Georgia would not help feed a hungry baby. Living Faith Christian Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana would not help feed a hungry baby. MAGA Church, Abundant Church in West El Paso, Texas would not help feed a hungry baby. Why does it say MAGA? Like, did she caption that MAGA because of like the orange, or because it's like a MAGA, like MAGA? I guess we'll have to watch and find out. Because if that's MAGA, like the orange, I'm not surprised those pro-lifers would not want to feed one that's already alive.
Feed a starving baby, and I had a lot of requests to call another mega church, so I'm calling Abundant Church West in El Paso, Texas. So we are going to call to see if they would help feed a starving baby.
I think she meant mega, MEGA.
Good afternoon, Abundant. How may I help you?
Hi, yes. I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could help with a can of baby formula. I have a 2-month-old and I ran out last night, so she's gone all night and all day without anything to eat.
Unfortunately, the food pantry is only available on Sundays, and I don't know if we have any baby formula at the moment.
Okay. Is it something that you all could get and I could just pick it up or something?
Well, there's nobody at the food pantry.
Okay. You don't have a pastor that could get it?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding your question. We don't have like food products for babies. We only have for older.
I don't know. I feel like the question is very fucking simple. I have a baby who has not eaten in 24 hours. You have ears. You can hear me. You can hear the baby screaming in the fucking background. I need formula. I asked, is there someone who can go get it for me? And you say, I don't really understand your question. There's nobody at the food pantry. Fuck the food pantry. I didn't call the food pantry. I called the church. And a church member picked up the phone, and the church member is not being very eager to help. That is fucked up. And if you are a Christian, if you are a church member of any kind of church, an Islamic church, a Jewish church, a Mormon church, I don't care, a Christian church, an independent fundamental Baptist church, Pentecostal, I don't care. If you see your church on this list and they said no, and you sit there and defend or back that up at all, you're a bad person. Genuinely. The church is literally there to serve the community. And Jesus Christ himself called you, if you're a Christian, and honest to God, called me too, because I like the red letters of the Bible. I agree with those. He called us to feed the hungry, not the church. He did not call the church to, as in the building itself, because if you are a Christian, you know that the church is not the damn building. The church is not the building. Who is it? It's you, church member. You are the church. You are the hands and feet of Jesus Christ. I'm not understanding why Christians know so much about the Bible and they're so good with their Bible trivia and all this or that, but as soon as it comes to actually applying the shit that they are indoctrinated to believe, they are just as bad as any old selfish person who is secular. It is mind-boggling. You would expect this kind of reaction from these church members if she was calling, I don't know, a freaking law office. Because that would be an out of nowhere kind of question, right? For a lawyer to get, I would assume, is like, oh, hi, blank and blank's law firm. Hi, I run, but even then I feel like a lawyer would be like, oh, we got it. Don't worry about it. Like, I genuinely couldn't think off the top of my head of anywhere besides a church that would immediately say no. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is just crazy. And it's especially, it's so diabolical because the church advertises itself as help for the community, as a safe place for the community, as the hospital for the sick, the spiritually sick, as a place to feed the poor and the hungry and the lonely and the widows and the foster kids. Oh, don't forget about them. This is insanity to me. It genuinely is insanity.
Older people like canned foods and noodles and stuff like that available.
Okay. I'm just curious though. Are you all a pro-life church?
You mean, if you like, I can go ahead and take your information, and you're more than welcome to ask a pastor those information.
Actually, no. I actually don't even have a baby. This is actually just a social experiment to see which churches would actually help feed a hungry baby that hasn't ate all night. She hung up. That's the first time ever. Oh my God. That was crazy.
I can't say I'm surprised. Her own conscience is eating away at her. That was the Holy Spirit. Well, actually, that was like the devil. The Holy Spirit was prickling at her little heart and being like, you know what, you should say sorry and maybe be like, you know what, maybe we should like make a change and like be better for our community. And then the devil was like, no, it's a sinner on the other line. They don't even go to church. Hang up. They don't deserve the formula. That's crazy. Like, surely you guys understand how that's crazy, right? Like, surely the Christians can see all of these videos consecutively in a row, and maybe I would hope that you're wondering, oh, I mean, my church would say, yeah, right? Right? And honestly, you should show your pastors these videos and then talk about, or like even start conversations like in your Sunday school classrooms or your Wednesday night prayer groups or whatever your church does. Start these conversations and come up with a game plan. Yeah, like start like a game plan with your church. Like, hey, church, what do you think we should do when somebody calls and needs formula and we don't have it at the church? Come up with a game plan so that you don't look like a f***ing dumbass. There's an idea. Like, I don't see how any of these videos or even this video could be offensive to Christians, because it's your own people making you look like a dumbass. It's your own fellow Christians. So if you don't like the way Christianity looks, if you don't like people saying Christians are just a bunch of tax evading hoarders of money and wealth, then don't be. I mean, I would understand even like if it was flipped, right? 33 yes and only 9 no, but that's not what it is it? The majority says, no, we don't want to help you. We only want to help people who help us. That is insane. That is insane. Your community should come first. Helping those not as well off as you in your community should absolutely come first, before your pastor and before you. Won Buddhism Temple of North Carolina would help feed a hungry baby. Let's listen.
Okay, so I'm calling your churches to test to see if they would help feed a starving baby, and somebody wanted me to call the Won Buddhism Temple of North Carolina, and it's located in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. So let's see if they would help feed a hungry baby. Hi, yes. I was calling to see if you all could help with baby formula at all. I have a 2-month-old and she's been going without formula since last night.
Okay, so we're a Buddhist temple, so we don't have baby formula here, but there may be some community resources that do. Where do you live?
I'm like 10 minutes from you all, but I've called everywhere and they just keep telling me to call around churches and stuff like that. And I've called so many churches and nobody can help.
Have you talked to the folks at the Interfaith Council?
Yes, I have.
And they don't have anything there?
No.
Have you contacted Porch?
Okay, you know what drives me so insane? Even the churches that do end up saying yes, is the whole, well, have you tried here? Have you tried there? And I know I've complained about it multiple times on this video, but it's because like, even if they called those other places first, those other places also say, have you tried this, this, or this? And so you end up, what you end up doing to people is having them bounce around, phone call this place, like a freaking ping pong ball, until they get tired of calling around and just force the person that they're talking to on the phone now to help them. And they may not receive the best quality of help that they could have got, all because honestly, y'all are lazy and don't want to actually take action and just want to make everybody else's problem. When we are not each other's problems, we all have problems and we have different abilities and resources to be able to help each other. Can we stop looking at each other as burdens?
Yes.
They don't have anything?
No, I think it's because of the SNAP benefits or something, but I don't know. Everybody's out of everything, so I'm just trying to find somebody that can help because she's just been going all night and all day, and I don't know.
You know, one thing might be to call pediatrician office, because sometimes they get samples.
Yeah, I called my doctor's office and they didn't have any. They didn't even have samples. I don't know. I just need a small, and I don't know what else to do. So I'm just trying to find somebody that can get her like just a small can of formula.
Yeah. Hang on just a moment. Let me look something. Hang on. I'm going to put the phone down just a second. So I can use both my hands. Hang on. are you in Orange County?
Yeah, I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Oh, okay. So that's right. So you're right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking. At a food distribution, like an Orange County page. So it has table. You've already contacted them.
Yeah.
And porch. There's also something called commodity supplemental food.
Yeah, I've called them too.
There's a place you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've already called like all the resources that's in there. Yeah, like I don't know. I just didn't know if it was something that you all could help with, just getting a small can for her. I mean, I don't know what else to do for her, and she's been out for so long, and like there's nobody else that can help.
Where are you 10 minutes from here?
So I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 10 minutes up the road. It's not that far.
Like where do you live?
Yeah, it's like I'm up here by like the Thomas Farm. So I'm like right behind that. Off like Olympus Lane. Like I can get to you. I'm just trying to find somebody that could help with the formula. Like I don't need money or anything. I just need like just the small can.
Well, we wouldn't have that, but you know, if I give you something, you could purchase it. You could go to a grocery store, right?
Okay, hold on just 1 second. I gotta turn my baby off. Okay, so this is actually a social experiment that I'm doing to test to see who would be willing to help a starving baby. And somebody requested that I call a Buddhist temple. And so yeah, you were willing to do what you needed to do to make sure a baby got fed, even though it's not what you all offer. So I just wanted to thank you for that, for having that kind of heart and compassion for somebody.
No, well, I'm glad that it's not real in your case.
Yeah.
Probably people where it is real.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I'm just trying to bring awareness to like, this is something that a lot of people go through daily, you know, and this is the kind of struggle that they go through when people tell them to go to churches, you know, or go to their communities, especially with the SNAP benefits, you know, being canceled. So I just wanted to bring some awareness to it and just see, you know, and unfortunately I get told no a lot. So yeah, just thank you again for your willingness to help and just being the person you are. I appreciate it.
Oh, well, please take good care, and I hope that the reason for your calls, I wish it wasn't necessary.
Oh, absolutely. Same.
Alrighty.
All right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right. You too. Bye. Oh, she was willing to help even though.
Well, guys, I think that was a good one to end on. Although, I guess we can go through and see what the rest is, who said no and who said yes. Because I'm at, I almost at 144. I'm at an hour and 44 minutes of raw footage. My throat is hurting. My family will be back any minute now, and I would hate for them to barge through the door like the loud circus that they are. And then what do? Go back to my room. That's dark. My light's broken, guys. That's why I'm here. It looks like Portico Story in Murfreesboro, Tennessee would help feed a hungry baby. And Germantown Baptist Church in Memphis, Tennessee would not help feed a hungry baby. Church in oh wait, we can't be done. This is the one I was telling you guys about. That's like possibly a biker gang. Oh, I want to be done so bad. Did you guys hear my neck pop? Hold on. Let me see if you guys can hear this. Did you hear it? Let me know. Hold on. Can you hear my elbow? Okay, this side. No, you couldn't. That's fine, because I couldn't even hear it. Okay, anyway, here is Church in the Wind in Denver, Colorado.
So I'm calling your church to test to see if they would help feed a hungry baby. And right now I'm calling Church in the Wind of Denver in Denver, Colorado. no clue what kind of name that is.
Hello, this is Gary.
Hi, I was wanting to see if there's any way y'all could help with a can of formula for a baby. I have a 2-month-old and we've been out since last night, so I've been trying to call everywhere all day and nobody can help.
Yeah, we're included in that, not because we want to be, but we've been struggling with a whole bunch of things since the Joe Biden regime took over. I'm trying to think, have you called the company a little deal called Catholic Charities?
Yeah.
They usually have that stuff. Did they have any recommendations?
Yeah, I've been calling everywhere.
Okay, well, all I can suggest, what part of town are you in?
I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
I'm sorry, where?
I'm like 10 minutes from you all.
Oh, good. So you're right up here off of 84th and I-25?
Yeah, I'm like right close to you. I'm like 10 minutes.
Let me call you back in a minute. I got to call my administrator and see if she has any ideas where you might be able to find some baby formula.
I mean, I've done called everywhere. It wouldn't be something that y'all would be able to just to purchase. Yeah, I mean, y'all wouldn't be able to just to get it and me pick it up.
Honey, I'm not in that area right now. I just know it because I'm out across town with the buddy in the hospital.
Okay, would it be something?
And I have to call my administrator and see what she might suggest as far as where you could find some baby formula.
Okay, can you hold on just 1 second?
Sure, why not?
Okay, awesome. Thank you. I had to turn my baby off. Okay, so I don't actually have a baby or a need. I'm actually just calling local churches to see which ones would actually help feed a starving baby.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we're mostly older riders. I mean, the young guy in my church is 43, and he's been riding for 26 years already. And the rest of us, like me, I've been riding over 60 years. We got some hot rodders and stuff, but we still try to help out the community as we go. So if that was a check, then that's the best I can do. But I was willing to go look around and see what I could find.
No, I'm curious. Is this the Church in the Wind of Denver?
That would be us.
In your church?
We are.
Oh, okay.
How weird. Like, what a strange interaction. Like, first of all, on par with every other church so far. But, like, the segue into just, like, low-key, like, bragging about his writing experience and, like, his church is filled up with a bunch of writers. A lot of people in the comments were like, is this like a biker club disguised as a church to avoid taxes? Let's just look at some of the comments. So, oops, I accidentally disliked that comment. Oh no, I'm dropping it. Okay, sorry, person, I'll like your comment now. Okay, so yeah, did he seriously blame Joe Biden for why his church can't donate formula? A lot of people are saying, I bet a gay bar would make it happen, and I would love to see that too. Somebody said, I think you just exposed a biker gang calling themselves a church to be tax exempt. He's talking about riding seriously, so it's a motorcycle club that got tax exempt status and is a fake church. Sounds like a motorcycle club that pretends to be a church for tax benefits. Guys, I would love to see what happens with the Church of the Wind in Denver. So if you live in like Denver, Colorado, can you keep up with this for us and like see like if they get like busted or not, or like are they a real church? Can you go undercover? Can someone go undercover and just see like do they actually preach or do they just like go over motorcycle anatomy the entire time? Like what are they doing over there? Because they're definitely not learning how to better serve their community. And I have to wonder why his buddy's in the hospital. Does that have anything to do with the writing? Is that related at all? Crazy. But overall, what I think that the social experiment is showing me is that churches need to be taxed. Yeah, they definitely need to be taxed because it seems to me like they are taking money from the public and then hoarding that money for only the benefit of the church. And we know that in turn that direct benefit is the pastor, the pastor's family, as well as like the staff of the church, and then, like maybe like a VBS or something like they'll do, but it doesn't actually go back into the community like it was supposed to. I don't really see very many churches, like the ratio of like churches to churches with food pantries is not right? Like it should be all churches have food pantries that are open to the public. And if everyone's doing their part, then it'll be a well-oiled machine, right? So yeah, tax the churches. If you are a church member and you're offended listening to this video, I don't know, go talk to your pastor about it. Go tell your pastor that you guys need to do more. And if you're offended at being told you need to do more, then I don't know, maybe don't be a Christian, or like change the name of your church to a bunch of lazy, selfish people who just like to collect money and keep it to ourselves. I don't know what to tell you. Besides that, you're a bad person if you think there's nothing wrong with telling a needy person no, when you're a church member in a church working for a church. I'm just saying. I am just saying. But anyway, here is the makeup look today. If you guys are interested in that tutorial, I will have that posted probably on Wednesday. Let's do better for each other, for our community. If you are somebody who is in need, I will tell you, when I was going through my really hard financial time, eating one potato a day, really hard financial times, I ran out of diapers a couple times, and I didn't know what to do when I ran out of diapers. And what really was helpful for me was the Buy Nothing page on Facebook. So like you can go on Facebook and type in like Buy Nothing and then like your city. So like I'll say like the city that I moved from. So like Buy Nothing, Stanton, Virginia. And then you can find your local Buy Nothing page, and it's all free. That's the whole point of Buy Nothing, is it's free. So if you need diapers, you can post like, hey, I'm in urgent need of diapers, this size or formula. I need this formula. Whatever you need, or things that you're just getting rid of that you don't want to sell, you can post it on the Buy Nothing page. And again, a well-oiled machine. The people who can donate, and the people who need things can take things. Like, why is that such a hard thing to do? I don't know. But if you didn't know about Buy Nothing, you should definitely check out your local Buy Nothing. And if you don't need something from Buy Nothing, but you're trying to get rid of stuff and you don't need the money of the thing that you're thinking about selling, maybe post it on Buy Nothing. It could make somebody's entire life. You never know. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys, my past self, because I already recorded this makeup tutorial, my past self will see you guys on Wednesday. And then present me, will see you guys on Saturday of next week. I almost said next year. So anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are down below. Let me know, has she called your church? And were you disappointed in your church's reaction? Were you not disappointed in your church's reaction? Were you surprised, not surprised? And if you are a Christian, after watching the social experiment take place, what do you think your church can do to better serve its community? Let me know down below. Thank you guys, and I will see you on the next one.